Hi again. This is Rich Cruz, and I'm bringing you another edition of Build My Digital Business. This is a web series where I go through how I would put together a business for one of my clients. And the idea here is to help to empower business owners, managers, directors, executives to either do this themselves or to at least make better decisions when it comes to putting themselves out there online with from websites to all the other components of your digital presence. So what we did in the past is we talked about planning, we talked about branding, we talked about getting a domain name. Even before that, we talked about naming your business. And we talked about hosting. So today, we're actually going to install WordPress. WordPress is our content management system of choice, and that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to put this up on the internet. So hold on one second. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do here is go to SiteGround, which is the host that we chose. So I'm just going to log into here. And I'm going to go to my websites. And I don't have buildmydigitalbusiness.com in here yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new website. Now, truthfully, this is very similar to a lot of the other systems, Bluehost, HostGator, InMotion Hosting. They all have these builders that are there, right? So what we're going to do here is we're not going to choose a new domain. Now, you could do that. And that would mean that you're going to actually have SiteGround as your domain registrar, meaning you're actually going to register your domain name here, and then you're going to build your site. But we already have an existing domain over here at Bluehost. Bluehost is right now the domain registrar here at for buildmydigitalbusiness.com. So I'm going to go and hit existing domain, and I'm going to put in my domain name. buildmydigitalbusiness.com, and I'm going to press continue. So right here it says that it's not registered with SiteGround, which is fine. We're going to actually update the DNS settings, the domain name settings over here in a second. But first, we're just going to hit that. Now we're going to start a new website from scratch. And we're going to install WordPress. So you can use Weebly in this system. So, some of the other ones have other builders. GoDaddy has like their own proprietary one. But for what we're going to do, we chose to use WordPress, which is, again, it's a PHP-based content management system. We're not going to use WooCommerce. It's we're just not going to be doing that in here. I can always add WooCommerce later, which is kind of cool. So I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to set up with my email address. And press continue. I am going to add SG Site Scanner. So what this is going to do is this is going to check your website daily and notify you if there's any, if it's been hacked or if there's been any malicious code injected into it. I highly recommend doing this. So I'm just going to confirm that and pay that now. So while this is creating, So again, with Bluehost, very similar process. You go to your sites and you install WordPress using one of the domains that either you've registered here or you've registered somewhere else. Any of the other hosting solutions has this. In the past, what you would have to do is actually go to WordPress.org, download a package, install it, put your own, set up a database, know what the your usernames and passwords of the databases are, and do all that from scratch. There's some people who still do that, but these days, with the type of hosting that we have, all that stuff is automatic. So, so right here it says point your domain. So these are our name servers. So what I need to do is I need to go to Bluehost and I need to copy this. Sorry about that. Let me just copy this. I'm going to go over back to Bluehost. I'm going to click Edit. And I'm going to use custom name servers. I'm going to put in that first one, named NS1. I'm going to do the same thing here. This is something we're actually going to change later on, because after everything is set up here, we're actually going to use Cloudflare as a content delivery network, or CDN. So we'll be changing the name servers again after we get this site set up. I'm getting ahead of myself, but that's the next step. So that is all you need to do to get your WordPress your WordPress site started. Right. So now we have a foundation on which to, build the house. So in my next video, we're going to start adding the theme and the plugins, so we can actually get cooking on, making it look like something. But, this is all you need to do to get started in your host and, start working in WordPress. Thanks a lot. So one thing I forgot before I let you go is that once we change those DNS settings, for the name servers, it's going to take a little bit of time for that to propagate, which means that it's not going to show up on your web browser right away. It may take just a couple of minutes. It may take a few hours. The hosts will tell you it could take up to 24 hours to propagate across the internet, right? So, luckily, it only took a couple of minutes, and I'm just going to show you what happened here. So this is our vanilla box website, and this is where we're going to start the next time. So I look forward to talking to you then, and see you real soon.